The Jurassic Park and Jurassic World franchise has long dabbled with the idea of horrifying, mutated dinosaurs, pushing the boundaries of genetic manipulation. Over the years, there were even leaked concept arts showcasing humanoid reptilian monsters, though the idea didn't quite resonate with fans who weren't too keen on humanoid designs for these creatures. We've seen the evolution of genetically engineered dinosaurs, with the Indominus Rex being the pinnacle of these experiments. However, in Jurassic World Rebirth, we're introduced to something even more unsettling, the D-Rex. This creature, unlike anything we've seen before, features a truly mangled body with 6 limbs and deformities that make it both terrifying and tragic. In this video, we'll take a deep dive into everything we know so far about the D-Rex, from its origins and design to its role in the upcoming movie. Let's explore this monstrous creation. The D-Rex is a failed genetic experiment from InGen's past, a monstrous creation born from the company's ambitious but ultimately disastrous genetic tampering. Unlike the meticulously engineered hybrids in previous Jurassic World films, the D-Rex appears to be the result of a catastrophic failure in the cloning process. According to the film's narrative, the D-Rex was abandoned on a forbidden island in the Atlantic Ocean, once the site of the original research facility for Jurassic Park. Here, it thrived in isolation for decades, alongside other failed experiments. This setting connects the new film to the franchise's origins, while exploring the darker consequences of genetic manipulation. The D-Rex is designated D-Rex W.33, suggesting that InGen went through numerous failed attempts before abandoning the project. Some fans speculate that the creature's mutations resulted from excessive frog DNA incorporation, a callback to the original Jurassic Park explanation, or that the blood used for DNA extraction was contaminated. The Distortus Rex presents one of the most visually disturbing creatures ever featured in the Jurassic franchise. Director Gareth Edwards describes it as kind of like if the T-Rex was designed by H.R. Giger, and then that whole thing had sex with a rancor. At its core, the D-Rex is a mutated Tyrannosaurus Rex with dramatic deformities. Its head presents a bulbous, beluga whale-like shape due to incomplete cranial development, resembling macrocephaly. The creature's jagged teeth and beady eyes contribute to its more alien than prehistoric appearance. Despite its mutations, the D-Rex possesses formidable physical capabilities. It's described as larger than a standard T-Rex, with jaws powerful enough to crack steel. Its multiple limbs allow for an unusual, ape-like gait, combining the T-Rex's raw power with enhanced mobility. The D-Rex's claws are long enough to tear through walls, and its ravenous appetite suggests a constant drive to hunt. Industrial Light and Magic's David Vickery reveals that the design philosophy behind the D-Rex was to create the impression of another animal wrapped around the T-Rex. This approach is visually realized through tumorous flesh without scales or fur, just raw tissue hanging in heavy folds around the body. Vickery explains, Gareth wanted us to feel sorry for it as well as terrified, because its deformities have caused it some pain, and there's an encumbrance to it. This dual emotional response represents a new approach to dinosaur antagonists in the franchise. The D-Rex serves as one of the primary antagonists in Jurassic World Rebirth, creating significant obstacles for the film's human protagonists, including Scarlett Johansson's Zora Bennett. Set 5 years after Jurassic World Dominion, the film depicts a world where dinosaurs now reside in remote, tropical locales, reminiscent of their original habitats. The narrative follows Zora, a covert operative recruited by a pharmaceutical company who teams up with paleontologist Dr. Henry Loomis and team leader Duncan Kincaid for a top-secret mission. Upon reaching the Forbidden Island, they discover it's inhabited by mutated, failed dinosaur experiments, including the D-Rex. Their mission, however, becomes complicated when a civilian family is stranded alongside them. The film builds toward a dramatic sequence where the team attempts to escape while being pursued by the D-Rex. The climax reportedly includes a showdown between the D-Rex and a Spinosaurus, one of the franchise's most iconic creatures. This battle promises to pit two of the most formidable predators in Jurassic history against each other. The D-Rex embodies several key themes in Jurassic World Rebirth, particularly the consequences of unchecked scientific experimentation and the moral questions surrounding genetic engineering. Unlike previous hybrid dinosaurs that were presented as successful creations, the D-Rex represents a scientific failure, posing uncomfortable questions about the ethics of creating life only to abandon it when the results don't meet expectations. Its designation as D-Rex v.33 implies that it was one of many failed attempts. One of the most innovative aspects of the D-Rex is how it evokes sympathy alongside fear. The creature's deformities have caused it pain, making its existence a burden. This approach transforms the D-Rex from a one-dimensional monster into a more complex character, a victim of human arrogance and scientific overreach. This shift allows the franchise to maintain its tradition of introducing new dinosaur threats while exploring different narrative territory, rather than simply escalating the bigger, badder approach of earlier films. By focusing on a failed creation, Jurassic World Rebirth returns to the cautionary themes of the original Jurassic Park, emphasizing the dangers of playing God with genetic power. While the Distortus Rex is entirely fictional, with no basis in paleontological reality, its extreme mutations serve the thematic purpose of showing the grotesque consequences of genetic manipulation gone wrong. The D-Rex represents perhaps the furthest departure from biological plausibility in the Jurassic franchise, but this creative choice aligns with the series' ongoing exploration of scientific responsibility. To be honest, I'm kinda pumped, but also a bit worried about Jurassic World Rebirth. By looking at the trailer, the creative team has moved towards more compressed storytelling with intense action scenes like JP2 and 3, and I'm hoping that shakes things up. They've got a new bunch of actors: Scarlett Johansson playing Zora Bennett, Jonathan Bailey as Dr. Henry Loomis, Mahershala Ali as Duncan Kincaid, plus Manuel Garcia Rolfo, Luna Blaze, David Iacono, Audrina Miranda, and Rupert Friend. I think these guys could really push the story forward. Like, Scarlett's awesome in action stuff, and Mahershala's got this deep vibe that could make the whole dinosaur DNA mission feel real and heavy. Jonathan's scientist character might drop some cool new dino facts too, but man, I'm nervous if this movie can bring something fresh. The last Jurassic World films, especially Dominion, kept doing the same old thing. Dinosaurs break out, people run, repeat, and Dominion's story was super weak. I'm tired of the same old tricks, and I know you are too. We need something new. Rebirth has this creepy mutant D-Rex and a secret island full of weird experiments, which sounds awesome if they do it right. With Gareth Edwards directing and David Koepp writing, it could be a spooky, intense ride. But can they make it more than just flashy? I'm rooting for this cast and new stuff to make it epic, but be cautious, it's not going to be massive lore-building movie. According to my understanding, it will be more closer to what we saw in Jurassic Park 3, which was not a great JP movie. That's all we have for today. If you liked this movie, drop a subs for us. Be safe, be marvelous.